Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here again with another album review, and this is a pretty cool one actually. This is a band that I was first introduced to many years ago by some good friends back in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is their first album in over 5 years. It's called ultraSOUND, and the band is the Neighbourhood. And even though it's been 5 years, if there's one thing you know about this band that's really cool about them is even though the times might change and they may evolve a little bit, they do a really awesome job of keeping their sound so when you hear them, you know it's them. It's hard to explain if you haven't listened to them before, but when you hear their guitar and you hear their drums and you hear their beats, you know immediately when you're listening to the Neighbourhood. And they've got this really just sweet, awesome West Coast vibe to them that is just irreplaceable by anybody else and not imitatable in any fashion. And I got actually really lucky. This is one of only 1,000 first copy pressings they made. So it'll be cool to see what number we get. It's serialized, and I'm really looking forward to this one. So without ado, let's get started. So this album has a really cool speaker aesthetic to it with like these bubbles floating around in the foreground of it. So when I was first going to order, they had in the store, well, they had this counting down, so I wanted to jump on this, but they had something called a pop-up vinyl too, which I didn't realize at the time, and there couldn't have been more than maybe like 25 or 50 of them because they sold out like that in like a minute. And I didn't realize it at the time, but what it was is like a pop-up book, which is actually pretty cool. So I would think that when you open this up, I think this speaker pops out at you like an old school pop-up book. I'm not 100% sure that's what it is, but I'll have to look it up, and if I see it, I'll put something in this general area. So let's take a look at what we got. Plastic sleeve and plastic. Oh, my enemy, plastic. Oh, look, pre-gripped for me. Good, awesome. Let's see where I can find that serial number at to see what number we got of pressing. It must be on the vinyl. I'm like Vanna White up here. Build a poster. Where are you? Where are you? This one's got the date on it. We're pressed on 11/14/25. Let's see if I can find that serial number. It's gotta be somewhere. What's up? It's me from about 10 minutes in the future. After some online research, I don't have the serial number because I didn't get the first pressing version, even though I ordered it apparently. But what I did get, interestingly enough, was the pop-up version. NEI, you can't even see it, NEI 002D. And apparently it wasn't like a pop-up book, it was like an exclusive to their LA store for the first 500 pressings. So this is actually more rare, which is actually cool. Not to gloat or anything like that, but you know, the first 500. Very awesome. So it's cool. No serial number, but an exclusive pressing that very few other people have. So very cool. Anyway, back to me from 10 minutes ago. I don't see it yet. Anyway, let's talk about the album a little bit. This one's actually a really cool one. They've got a few good hits on here. Hula Girl is probably actually my favorite song by them ever, which is kind of crazy to think because they've done some really big hits like R.I.P. to My Youth and Sweater Weather and all that cool stuff back in the day. But Hula Girl's actually really cool, and there's actually some things in the video that take you back to some of their older albums that I'm not even aware of. So if you've been a fan of them for a long time, I suggest you watch the video because it's really cool, and it takes you back to a lot of things in their earlier albums and puts them all together in that video. And it's actually not only a great song, but an entertaining video too. A few of my other favorite ones on here though. Holy Ghost is really cool. Little Old Me is great. Mute's my favorite. No, well, Holy Ghost is my favorite, but Mute's probably a close second there. They all have this just really, as the album goes on, it gets a lot slower, which is interesting. In the beginning, it's really fast, and then to me, at least personally, as you go towards the end, towards the last 5 or 6 tracks, it really starts to take a real slow, just like calm landing to it. It's really cool. It starts really heavy, not like screaming heavy, but it starts a little more heavy, a little more guitar driven, and then it starts to get slower as you go through, at least in my opinion. And I thought it was a really fantastic album, actually. You know, I never really immersed myself in any of their earlier stuff. They were always just a cool band that my friends always really liked. And you know, this is the first time I think I'm really enjoyed an entire front to back album from them. And I don't know where that serial number is. I'm genuinely confused. It's supposed to be somewhere around here. I'm gonna assume it's one of 1,000 because that's what I was told. But you know, if not, so be it. I have no idea where it is. Well, if I find it, I'll come back and edit it into the video later. But this is a fantastic album. This is a true 10. I mean, I give 10s to everything I review, but this is actually a really cool one. I give this one a good listen if you guys get the chance, because it's really entertaining and a really good band. And give some of their older albums a listen to, and go through their whole discography and you know, enjoy them, because I certainly am. And if I find the serial number, I'll let you know. Thanks for watching.